Dzień dobry, cześć. Witam Was w kolejnym odcineczku, w którym musimy ukończyć próbę wody, aby udowodnić...
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed, and there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Okej. Czyli możemy jedzenie połączyć z miksturą nasenną, żeby je uspać? Albo z czymś tam? Kurde, bo wiecie, tą próbę można przejść na wiele sposobów i wszyscy mówią, że walka nie jest najlepszym z nich.
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep.
O właśnie. A skąd ja teraz wezmę miksturę nasenną? Powłoka obezwładniająca. A to na broń? Rzut bombą obezwładniającą? Elixiry. Techniki. Może spróbujemy tą bombą obezwładniającą. Nie, no to nic nie dało. Kruc. Proszę wstrzeżenia. Nie mam nic takiego. Czyli słabo się przygotowałem. No trudno. Kurde, i teraz tam nawet nie zaskoczę. Może przejdę po cichutku. Nie zdążyłem. A jakbym walnął tym... Dobra, moją drogą jest droga krwi i miecza. Mam nadzieję, że to jest najlepsza. Wejść do jaskini, aby przejść próbę. No wchodzimy, trudno. Nie było stołu ani niczego, że mógł się przygotować, więc lecimy po prostu tak. Już mamy dwie drogi do wyboru. Tą. Albo tą. Wigor poziom drugi. A, ten kryl zawsze mnie mocno bije. Ale jak? Szybka miksturka życia. Dobra, słuchajcie, teraz ważna rzecz. Jest niedziela, dzień wyborów. Idźcie na wybory. Jeszcze jest czas, można pójść zagłosować. Czyli jak miał wigor, to tamtą walkę minął i to tak. Tak będzie po kolei. O kurde, jaki wielki.
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides, keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind, and it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. And I was suddenly with you again.
Okej.
This stone is blackened, eaten away. This stone bears the image of a storm, and this stone
A,
the drawing
musimy...
on this stone makes me think of fire. This drawing looks like an infant. Here this looks like a snowflake. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. This stone is blackened, eaten away.
No dobra.
I think it's supposed to evoke death.
Once again, these visions open gates. Try to remember them.
I was in the sky.
W powietrzu
I
unosiłem
was
się.
floating, carried by the wind, and it was a cold feeling. I was high up,
Płatek
and it was
śniegu, nie?
getting colder and colder.
Kropla
I
wody,
felt my
później płatek
blood
śniegu.
freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly.
Później ogrzało go
And then
słońce.
the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken
Odbił się
by
od
the
ziemi i
bubbling
został
current
zabrany
of this
przez
creek.
prąd strumienia.
Just like before, the vision dissipated.
Dobra,
And I was suddenly with you again.
to nie.
The drawing on this stone
Ogień,
makes me
nie?
think of... On this stone the sun is
Słońce.
visible. This stone bears the image of a
Duży
storm.
wiatr.
Or perhaps the wind.
Czyli kamień wody.
I must have lit the candles in the wrong order.
O.
I must have lit the candles in the wrong order. Evidently I shouldn't have lit this candle.
Wiatru? To co wiatr, później lód. Potem woda? Czy słońce? Śmierć, czy nie? Wiatr, lód. Ogień. Nie, wiatr, lód, słońce? No. I wtedy ogień, nie, woda. O. I co się otworzyło? Chyba, że on przestał być agresywny. Kurde. O swój. Wow. Tego się nie spodziewałem. No, myślałem, że będzie jakiś filmik, a on po prostu zniknął i otworzył drzwi. No dobra. Teraz... A, tu wracamy. W lewo. Oho, malowidło.
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tearfredi. And a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano.
Duch wulkanu.
One of the faces of an O'Neill Frichterman.
To już? No kurde. Szybko ta próba wody. Myślałem, że to będzie coś bardziej skomplikowanego. 2 razy stoczyliśmy walkę, której nie powinniśmy staczać, ale ostatnim razem rozwiązaliśmy zagadkę. Zamiast zabijać tego potwora. Chociaż łuk z niego mógłby być niezły.
I congratulate you for passing the trial. Enter.
No spokojnie. Jeszcze nie ma czego gratulować.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tirfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you. You have given the blood of the animals that protected the entrance to the passage. You have chosen strength a first time.
Dodałem siłę.
In the second room, you have awoken the Dosentats to better best them. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the Guardian recognized you as a wise man. You choose to trust the way of rules and wisdom. It is a difficult path, but it carries generous fruits. The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friendship of Katasach towards you no longer surprises me.
Am I
Dobrze.
authorized to encounter Enomil Frichtemann now? To present him with my request?
If the
Yeah.
High King agrees, yes.
O,
We shall
Myślałem,
not
że będą
oppose
jeszcze jakieś
that
próby.
decision. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Dedra, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
no to mamy
Yes.
3.
I heard about your loss, Siora. And the worst
Ulan na pewno nam powie, bo mu żeśmy
morning is a
pomogli.
difficult time to pass.
And
Mimo,
the
że nas
first
zdradził,
Thank you,
oszukał.
Chludek.
Dedra is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedluk.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas,
Dunkas to jest
he
chyba ten,
leads
co
the Vigigid.
Ulan chciał go zabić.
He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekidan Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendad.
Kwawalamsek. I hope that you will find him.
No proszę. Próba wody zaliczona. Pięknie. Dobra. Odpalamy sobie mapkę. Ale całą. I teraz mamy tak. Gdzie my? Co? Czekajcie, zadania. Porozmawiać z Konstantinem o sanktuarium. A. No dobra. Czyli wracamy do rezydencji de Sardé. Myślałem, że od razu mam z nimi rozmawiać, a nie tam kombinować. Nie wiem czemu, tak? No dobra, wy zostajecie ze mną i lecimy. 22 level. Kawał drogi już żeśmy przeszli razem, nie? Zobaczymy co Konstantyn, co tam u niego. Gubernator Konstantyn, pamiętajcie o tym. W sumie my też jesteśmy ważną osobistością. O.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord D'Orsay's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord D'Orsay has been attacked.
He believes. He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events, but know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
Wiem o tym, moja droga, wiem.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you asked me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here? Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? Well, what could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
No, cholera. Śladem Wielkiego Króla. Co mam teraz przepytać? Poszukiwanie Konstantina. No właśnie. Dopiero mi się odpaliły oba zadania. I teraz mapka. I mamy tak. Przepytaj Dedre. Tu są 3 klany. A tu jest znajdź Konstantina i obóz jego eskorty. No dobra, no to lecimy od razu za Konstantinem. Później będziemy pytać resztę, nie? Nie wiem, czy nie szybciej było iść do mnie do chaty. Cześć, Olmenawi. Cześć, cześć. Nie mam teraz czasu. Sorry za ten kaszel, ale nie mogę się porządnie wyleczyć już któryś tydzień. Aj, źle to wróży. Źle to wróży o Olmenawi. Ale kawał drogi, co? Faktycznie mogłem iść do rezydencji. No ale dobra. Lecimy od razu za Konstantinem. Mamy obóz Kamiennego Łuku, to jest najbliżej zadania, tak nam tutaj sugeruje szybka podróż. Więc nie będziemy tutaj się z grą kłócić. O, jest lag wczytywania. Pyk. Dobrze. Lubię zebrać towarzyszy, żeby wszyscy tu stali. O. Znajdź Konstantina. Tu jeszcze parę rzeczy można znaleźć w tej krainie. Ale my idziemy tutaj. Czyli tędy.
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It wasn't a landslide that did this, but combat. A deadly one.
Ooh.
I sure hope our little governor has escaped the carnage.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here.
Stół roboczy.
The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws, and there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep by beasts.
Następne.
Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Katasak's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
Okej. Czyli w tamtą stronę.
This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Ciekawe.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. See if we are able to find. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor Katasak are among them. Crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures.
A te bestie dziwne, to nie są te wilki, bo przez chwilę myślałem, że tu chodzi o te wilki, co z tymi innymi klanami. Z jednym tym klanem oni mają wilki ze sobą.
And this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? Constantine and Katasak must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks.
Czyli jednak nie weszli tędy. Dobra. Biegnijmy dalej. Myślałem, że przeszli przez te drzwi, a tu nie. Poszli górą.
More tracks.
Dużo śladów.
Footprints. They must have fled this way.
Palone drzewa.
These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
No. Tu musiało się coś wydarzyć faktycznie dziwnego.
Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames. More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions.
No właśnie. Więc to pewnie były czary.
These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else.
Dobra. Lecimy dalej. Znowu to samo.
It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from?
These are coin guard. But I couldn't tell you if they served the Bridge Alliance or Teleme.
No właśnie. Strażnicy Denara nagle?
More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Co jeszcze się dowiemy? Kolejne jakieś dziwne stwory. A, to są te jaszczury wielkie. Co jeszcze tu mamy? Nie widzę żadnych więcej śladów. Może coś przegapiłem. Nie no, nie ma nic więcej.
Green blood, my friend. Do you need some?
I must leave you.
Idziemy dalej? Chodźmy dalej. Są ślady.
Only a handful made it up to here.
Tubylcy opowiadali o olbrzymim stworzeniu fruwającym w przestworzach. Znaleziony posąg prawdopodobnie je przedstawia. To ogromna skrzydlata bestia, która wydaje się zwinna i zdolna do latania, ale jej ciało wygląda na delikatne i pozbawione pancerza. Oczywiście to tylko posąg i musimy najpierw zobaczyć ją na własne oczy, aby potwierdzić te obserwacje. Dobrze. Jakieś tam dodatkowe znajdźki.
And despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Katasach.
Tam jest jakiś obóz. Czemu one... te byki nas atakują? Nie rób ze mnie amatora, Kurt. Wiesz, że... ja też umiem machać mieczem.
These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense.
Szkoda, że ampty ze sobą nie wziąłem.
These vials look familiar. Katasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Katasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wenxavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglundai could tell us where to find him. We're also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
I doubt that the Alliance would have decided to openly attack their ally. Don't forget that they owe their continued presence on the island to you.
And thanks to you, I know. But their men were there, on the cliff. And Constantine is no longer among us. Maybe those men are still loyal to the preceding commander. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Jasne, że to. A, bo tu jest koniec drogi. Tam widać obóz sojuszu mostu. Zbadaj posterunek sojuszu. No. Przepytaj Aidana w Wenxavier. No jest parę rzeczy do sprawdzenia. Szkoda, że ja stąd nigdzie nie ruszę i muszę naokoło cofać do najbliższego obozu, który jest dość daleko. Nawet śmiałbym, że bardzo daleko. No dobra, biegnijmy. Słuchajcie, jak dotrwaliście do tego momentu filmu, to ja będę wam bardzo wdzięczny za to, jak dacie znać w komentarzu, że dotrwaliście. Napiszcie, bo to już raczej będzie po ciszy wyborczej, więc śmiało możecie napisać, na kogoście tam głosowali. A jak będzie jeszcze w czasie ciszy, to ja i tak nikomu nie powiem. Możecie mi zaufać. Tędy? Oj nie, tędy będzie jeszcze dalej. Więc śmiało zachęcam was do pisania komentarzy. Również do ocenienia filmu poprzez danie łapki w górę, jak się wam podobało, oraz łapkę w dół, jak się nie podobało. No i oczywiście subskrybowania kanału, tak? To jest w sumie najważniejsze, bo dzięki temu nie przegapicie już żadnych moich filmów. Oraz nie chcę spać, tylko chcę iść do podróży. Czekajcie, wyruszymy tu w wioskę Wenxavier. Oraz, teraz się zgubiłem, co chciałem powiedzieć. Na pewno było to mało istotne. Ciąg dalszy w następnym odcinku. Trzymajcie się, cześć, pa.